Once you've installed your client, you should have it available in your computer system. Mine on Windows 7 is C drive, program files, x86, and ppcoin. So if you go to that, you can, or just from the start menu, find the application, and it's called ppcoin-qt.exe. So I'm going to run that. And the first thing that will happen is it's going to try and connect to the network. So make sure your firewall is going to let it go onto the internet. And what it will try and do is update its status to find all the blocks that have happened so far. I don't really know what that means, but I think it basically means that it's going to make it up to date with all the transactions that have happened with Peercoin so far. So in this bottom right hand corner, you'll see at the moment it says 0 active connections. If you scroll over it, it says 0 active connections. So hopefully in a second, when it sorts itself out, it will be able to access the internet and the network, and then it will start downloading all the blocks that it hasn't been able to download so far. So once the software application has access to the internet, you'll see in the bottom right hand corner that there's now 2 active connections to the network, and this is scrolling to say that it's syncing all the blocks of transaction history. So that does take like a really long time. As you see here on my client, the last received block was generated 442 days ago. So it's going to now try and sync those up to the correct point in time. And you can see here there's a warning saying checkpoint is too old, wait for the blockchain to download or notify developers of the issue. This is like really normal, and it does take a hell of a long time. So I'm going to pause the video and wait for it to happen, but don't worry if it takes like an hour or 2 hours, because that's how long it took me last time I did it. Okay, so I'll be back in a sec, or an hour or so. Okay, so I just thought I'd update on what's going on with my client at the moment. If I scroll over here, you can see that there's only 25 days of block transaction history to download left, and there's 94% done. So I just thought I'd show you, if you go to your user directory on your computer, in my case my user is actually called user, so it's C users user, and then there's an app data folder. In there there's a roaming folder, and in there the software will have created a folder called ppcoin, and that's what I'm looking at now. And as you can see, when it's downloading all this block history, this file here is getting bigger and bigger. So hopefully this won't be too much longer now. It's on 95%, 19 days to go. The other thing that you'll find in this folder is probably the most important, well, it is the most important file, which is this wallet.dat file. And that's what's going to contain your private key, which will identify your wallet and will be the way that you are able to keep your coins. So the most important thing to do is to make sure that you don't lose or overwrite this file, because if you do, then you won't be able to have access to any coins that you've managed to generate or have bought. So it's really important to make sure that you're protecting this wallet.dat file and back it up on an external drive or somewhere else on some other computer. So just having another look, hopefully this won't be too much longer to go. There we go. So when it's done, you'll get this warning gone from the bottom left hand corner, and you'll get a tick to say, when you scroll over it, hover over it, it'll say that it's up to date. So now we can have a look around. As I mentioned, you've got your wallet file in your app data directory, app data roaming ppcoin, there it is. But to secure it, you can see this is your wallet. You've got balance, stake is the amount that you can make from this proof of stake thing, which I'll go into at some other point. But an important thing that I like to do is to encrypt the wallet straight away, which will mean that to send any coins to anyone else, you'll have to input a password. So just go to settings, encrypt wallet, and then put in a new password. Nice and long. I'll just do a short one for now because I'm just doing it as a demo. And there we go. Now, it does give you a warning. Obviously, if you lose your password, you'll lose your ability to send coins and do things with your wallet. So make sure that you're going to remember your wallet. Okay, so when it's done, it'll come up with this message, and it means that you're going to restart the client. So to do that, go back to wherever it is your client is, or from the start menu, if you've got that set up, PP coin. I'm going to start it up again. And there we go. You'll now have an icon of a lock, and it'll say the wallet is encrypted and currently locked. Here it says that we're up to date because we've got all the blocks that we need. So now we're a lot safer. We've got the wallet and it's encrypted with a password. If you want to back up your wallet, you can just click on File, Backup Wallet, and then choose somewhere that you want to back it up, like somewhere secure. I'm just going to put it on a desktop for now, but I'll show you how to do that with TrueCrypt at some point. So you can call it, I don't know, wallet_backup. And I'm just going to save it there. And you'll notice in the bottom left-hand corner, it says minting suspended due to a locked wallet. Again, I'll go into how you can use this client to mint coins just by holding coins. But for now, that's probably enough. I've gone through the wallet, and then next we'll go through how to do other things with your wallet and your Peer coins.